Good afternoon. So you can possibly hear the tree surgeons working in the background. So we've had a wonderful morning trying to get their cherry picker out, because as you can see it got stuck. They've kind of churned this up something terrible. They've also churned all that lot up, so they're back working on the trees, which is a bit I can't do. So I'm gonna try and sort this lot out. So yeah, let's get on. Right, well this just isn't working. You can see I've got water flowing in from over there. That is the pipe there that should be draining it, and that's half full. And that goes down all the way over here and out through here. So that's not flowing. So I'm going to go and get a plunger and see if I can clear that. Spent a bit of extra time rodding that, so I've got the rods all the way through with a pigtail, but I think there's a belly in the pipe because I've used the plunger on it and it gets stuck about halfway, and you can feel there's a lot of resistance, like water sloshing backwards and forwards. But for now that'll do. That is flowing freely, so that is my lowest point. I can now work on getting this water away. So all this rubble you can see, I gave to the tree surgeons to put in there. That's a whole 1 ton sack of rubble that we chucked in there just to try and find something solid. So what I'm going to do is, now I need this level lower, spread it over there so we've got it solid all the way across. So yeah. Okay, well I think that's all I can do to this section for now. So I managed to get the life ring back up. I put a little wooden edge in on this side, just to define the path more than anything. So now if anyone puts their foot into this, it's still muddy, but it takes your weight. You're not going to disappear up to your knees in it. So that's all flowing through there nicely. This section here on the path was just getting muddier and muddier, so I tried digging out the worst of the mud and putting fresh gravel in there, but the more I'm working over it, the worse it's getting. So I think I just need to leave it to sit overnight, let it dry out a little bit more. Now the water's going down through the pipe and into the lake, it shouldn't go across the path anymore, so hopefully that'll dry up overnight. And then in the morning I shall try and put another piece of wood on this section. So yeah, in the meantime I'm going to carry on with some of this mud over here instead. Right, well, I've managed to finish clearing the mud across the side there. I put that all in here because I put the rocks in earlier, so that's all rebuilt the bank. That should look good once I get some grass growing on it. The ditch doesn't look quite so severe now I've dug one side of it back down to the path level. So that's flowing down to the drain nicely and flowing into the lake. I've only got as far as here. This section here at the moment is nice crumbly dry soil, but as you can see it is raining. We're supposed to be getting a severe storm coming overnight, so I'm going to finish now and yeah, we'll see what this all looks like in the morning. See you in a bit. Okay, well, the storm wasn't as bad as I expected last night, and the rain's helped wash some of the mud away from here, so that's not looking quite so bad. So I'm going to make a start on this section today. So from about here, we don't actually need a ditch. All of that section is relatively dry, so I might just try and backfill that trench in and then just tidy up this section here. So yeah, let's make a start. Okay, well, that's about as good as I'm going to get that. So the section there I filled back in, so people shouldn't walk on that because of the holly. And then by the time you get to this section, that is incredibly soft. If you stand on that, you will disappear up to your knees. So hopefully just by having the trench of water in front of it, it should keep people off. But yeah, next thing to do is just round here. So they got stuck there, but they reversed up here. They only just fitted between that tree stump and this hedge here. And as they came back around, we have a pipe that goes across here and down through there. So they didn't hit it, I cut it off, but I've got to put that back now. Okay, well, I found the second-hand coupler, so that should joint that together. And I've just spent a bit of time putting an angle on the end of the pipe here, because that should hopefully make it easy to go together. So let's see if it fits. Okay, well, that's back in. It looks truly awful, but I've always hated that pipe anyway. Now, before you worry about any angles and fall and stuff like that, this isn't a sewer pipe. This is, I say fresh water, it's the water we pump from the river to fill our middle lake. So it's only used some of the year, it's not used constantly, and it is a pressurised system. So, yep, I know it's the wrong pipe for that too, but yeah, it works, so I'm not taking it out. But we don't have to worry about fall, because, like I say, it's pressurised, it will push anything through. So yeah, as the tree surgeons haven't turned up yet, and they haven't moved their shredder, so I can't finish that bit off, I'm going to go down there and put a gate post back in that they took out. Okay, well that's that done. So they're just going to move the shredder now, so I'm going to sort out the tools so I'm ready to go. Okay, so the battery's gone flat on their shredder, so that's now on charge. So I'm going to leave this for now and I'll go and tidy up some mess on the corner instead. Okay, so they took the order down from over there and they've taken the oak from here. So I've got a few logs here, so I'm going to do the same as over the other side. So we've got a madly patch here, so if I just line the logs up here to define the edge of the path, and the larger ones we'll see. I might have to put stakes in to stop them from rolling because people will sit on those. We'll see how they settle. So yeah, let's do something with this. Okay, well that looks a little more organised. So I've defined the edge of the path where it starts to get muddy. So we've got all the branches over there that still need dealing with. All the bigger logs here that need clearing as well. So at the moment they're working along this path, so I can't get down there. And the shredder's on the other one, so they're going to just have to sit there for a minute. Now the large oak logs here, I was quite fortunate they've got a flat face on one side. So they're all quite nice and stable. The only one that's concerning me is this arched one at this end, so I might have to move that one. The rhododendron I'm going to have to cut some more off because that did take quite a beating because the oak tree went straight down the middle of it. Fortunately our archway wasn't affected, but you can now see that silver birch a little easier, which is always a positive. So yeah, because I can't get into this area particularly easily, I'm going to just leave this like this for now. And I'm going to go and start moving logs at the other end. So, right, get down there. So I gave up recording because, as you can see, their shredder's still not moved. Unfortunately, there's something wrong with it. So I dumped the gravel that I had in the trailer there. So that's all ready to go as soon as that's shifted. But I didn't waste my time because I spent it clearing some logs. So I'll go around and show you that. So I cleared all the logs from in here. I pulled that big piece out that was laying on the laurels. I've taken all the side shoots off of it, so it looks like a nice neat log. I don't know what to do with it, so for now it's just going to sit there. But I can manoeuvre that, so I might take that up and get rid of that. So I spent a bit of time along here because they cut that one down, so just helping them drag the branches out from this area, and they also got that willow tree from there, so again the branches from there. And I managed to finish tidying up this section as well, so all the branches that were here were pulled up to the bonfire pile, because if they get the shredder moving they might be able to shred it up there for me, but if not it's out of customers' way. And I've tidied up the last of the rhododendron there where that was damaged. Yeah, so I shall leave this video here again, and maybe we'll see if they can shift it in the morning. Right, see you in a bit. Right, the shredder's moved, so let's get this in. Right, well that's that all finished. Got nice edge going in now. All the water's flowing away properly. The mud's starting to dry out, including the mud over there. So the tree surgeons are finished, so they're no longer on site. So we can open the grounds back up, which is good. So right, I shall end this video here, and I shall see you later.